Hello, and thank you for joining me to talk about honesty and the fifth universal principle, respecting the rights and property of other people. Why is honesty necessary for society to function properly? This is because the higher power designed us with two conflicting needs, which are self-advancement and reliance on other people for goods and services. When I rely on those who can supply things that I want to have, I need them to look beyond their own needs, and vice versa. I need to be able to trust them so they can deal genuinely honestly with me instead of taking unfair advantage of me. If we mistrust each other, our separate needs for self-advancement will put us in conflict with each other. If many people in society are strained by conflict, there will be increasing division and strife, and it'll be harder for people to obtain the resources they need to achieve their full potential. It is challenging to always be honest. We are all seeking to fulfill our basic needs and to have a more comfortable, enjoyable life. At some point, one person's needs and desires will push him or her to overrun someone else's needs and desires. How can a person learn to treat another person's needs, desires, property, and rights as being as important as his or her own, or even more important? The key to honesty is to realize that it is for your own good and the good of the entire world. To accept others as equal to yourself, you must honor them and their property. This requires sensitivity, insight, and positive feelings towards others. It comes from recognition that we are all created by the same higher power for a collective purpose, and each individual for a specific purpose, and that anything that happens is by the higher power's design. No individual is more important than another, and can say that his or her needs come totally before the needs of the other person. Keeping this principle will make you continuously aware of the higher power. The opposite perspective is the belief that property and rights are not granted by the higher power, but rather they are secured by the law of the jungle. Alternatively, that the government will step in and claim that it is allowing the people to have only the rights and properties that it permits them to have. What follows from this perspective is that property and rights can be taken away whenever the ruling power decides. Under those conditions, people can feel driven to resort to manipulation, dishonesty, or outright lies and theft to secure and preserve their own needs, desires, and personal ideals. Those who learn and promote the wrong perspective have done and continue to do great harm to our society. Someone who steals the rights and property that the higher power has given to another person is causing harm far beyond the victim. Every theft and abuse of another person's needs is a denial that the higher power decides what each person needs and will receive. The spiritual and financial harm caused by theft can only be corrected by returning the item, or in some cases its value, to the rightful owner, or starting to protect the right that was violated. You and I can bring greater trust to society and a better world by taking extra care to be honest each day and remembering that our higher power designed each person with needs and is providing for those needs. When you display this honesty, you are sharing this perspective with other people and creating a positive impact on all of society. Thank you.